Ashley, it's nice to see you again.
You too.
How have you been doing since the last time that we talked?
Oh, pretty much the same old stuff. Nothing's going better.
Really?
Still behind in school. My boyfriend's still super upset with me, getting fights all the time.
Okay.
It's not going so great yet. That's
Okay.
why I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, well, why don't we start with the big thing? Tell me about your usage of marijuana. How has that been in the past couple weeks since I've seen you?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. It hasn't gotten any better.
Okay.
I mean, I'm trying to quit, but with the friends I have, I'm around it all the time, and it's just hard to change once it's been something, such a large part of your life. You spend most of your time doing something like that. It's hard to just stop.
Oh, yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. Yeah.
And when I'm around it all the time with my friends and whatnot, there's a lot of pressure, peer pressure to partake.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I go see my boyfriend and he's just, complaining, why do you do that? I'm going to break up with you if you stop. And that just makes me want to go smoke more to forget about it.
Now, he says he's going to break up with you if you don't stop. Is that right?
Right.
Okay. So he is not a proponent of this. He's not one of the people in your circle that smokes marijuana. Is that correct?
Well, he used to be, but he quit. So he's a big hypocrite, I think.
Okay. So that bothers you, obviously. You feel that he's a hypocrite, and that's...
Yeah. And then sometimes, every once in a while, when we're out at a party or something, he'll smoke.
Huh. Now, have you talked to him about how you feel that he's being hypocritical?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me how that goes.
He says that it's not the same at all, because that's just, every so often, but I spend so much of my time and money tied up into it that I have a big problem, and he knows how to control himself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, obviously, we're not supposed to be doing it at all. Isn't that what we're trying to get across here?
Ideally, yes. But, if it's easier for you to just...
Well, that's what the lawyer told me, to stay out of jail.
Right.
And the probation officer gave me all the drug tests.
Right. I understand that, yes, ideally, it's better for you to just stop it completely.
Right. Well, so do you see how it bothers me that he's a hypocrite?
Yeah. Yes, that's understandable, and I can see how that's difficult for you. So when you discuss this with him, that you feel that, he should be a little bit more understanding, what is his response?
That's what I just told you about how, he says that he has it under control.
Right.
And I don't.
Okay. Does he try to help you quit, or try to help you cut back, or is it more just he makes threats?
No. What do you mean? How would he help? Like, he invites me to go out other places with his friends, but they're lame.
And that's not something you're interested in?
No, not really.
Okay. You mentioned earlier that it's something that you spend a lot of time and money on. Are you still in the phase where you're buying your own pot? You're spending a significant amount of money on it?
No, actually, I've tried to stop doing that, but
okay.
My friends are very willing to share.
Okay. And you also mentioned peer pressure in your group of friends. Do you have any friends at all that don't smoke, or is that really just your core group of friends?
Well, that's my core group of friends, but that's how I feel like I've met most of my friends at college. This is a new place for me. And so that's just how I met people, with different connections with smoking.
Okay. Would it be totally out of the question for you to hang out with some of these people without smoking? If somebody offered to pass it to you, could you just say, no thanks?
That's what I'm having problems with.
Okay. Even excluding the idea of your willpower, would it be Would your friends, look down on you or make fun of you if you passed?
Well, that's what they do. I try to.
Okay.
And then they say, oh, look at you. They taunt me, kind of.
Okay. Have you talked to any of your friends about your need to quit or slow down?
Oh, they all know that, I got in trouble with the law and everything. And they're just like, oh, well, don't worry about it. You can just keep smoking, and then when you have to drug test coming up, we'll make you stop a couple days beforehand.
Okay. And how do you feel about that suggestion?
Well, I don't think it's the best idea, but it works so far.
Well, that's an honest answer. We're here to focus on what you want to do, what makes you comfortable, not necessarily, what is the picture-perfect solution.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as far as your goals with marijuana, obviously the long-term goal is to stop completely, but it sounds like right now that would be really difficult for you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I do want to change. I realize I can't do this the rest of my life.
Right.
How am I going to get a job and function in society if I'm...
Good. I'm glad you realized that. Because, that's an important aspect to consider. So, let's maybe think about some things we could do right now to try to eliminate your use of marijuana or cut back on your use of marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned your friends, that it's hard for you to exclude yourself when there's smoking going on. Would you maybe be willing to go out with your boyfriend and his friends? There's no pot involved in those situations, is that right?
Well, there is sometimes. It's just not always present.
Okay.
Rare. Very rare.
Okay. Well, what do you see as an alternative to hanging out with your friends who just predominantly are doing a lot of smoking?
I guess I'm gonna have to find some new friends.
That's one option, is to find a different